Hello, everyone. So, this is so different. This is an album which is way past its trendy phase, and I just finished listening to it for I think my fourth or fifth time. So I figured it's about time I dive in and beat a dead horse. Welcome to my review of Ever at the End of Time stages 1 through 6. We got a lot to get into, so better get stuck right into it. So, stage 1. This is a very relaxing, jazzy, bluesy, dancey collection of samples of old ballroom music. Now, this entire 6.5 hour project is, of course, a representation of someone slowly dying from various mental diseases at the same time. I'm not going to get too much into the mental health side of things. I just want to stick to the music because people have talked about that a lot. And I've even seen videos where people get psychologists and interview them about the album. But yeah, there's not a huge amount to talk about here, apart from a few really good tracks. Late Afternoon Drifting, it's just a burning memory. There aren't that many days, whatever that track is called. I'll put the name of there. Yeah, Baby Steps. There's nothing really too. There's nothing at all, which is kind of scary or out of left field yet. But oh, we'll get there very quickly. Alrighty, stage 2 is where things get a little bit weird. There's more vinyl crackling, which is of course supposed to represent that your brain is getting worn away by this awful, awful disease that is Alzheimer's slash dementia. And it starts to get a bit creepier. There's one track in particular which is called. I want to blank on so many track names, I'll put it up there. That track is terrifying. That could honestly be a section of part 3 or 4. And it already starts reusing melodies from the first one. Because, as you'll find out as this goes along, Kirby starts reusing parts of older tracks to make you go, wait, is that familiar or is that not familiar? Because it'll often be slightly different melody, or there'll be some kind of glitch in it, or it'll just jump to another melody and then play you the second half, or it'll be really quiet in like your left headphone. This whole thing is just excellently made, might I add. All of it was done to digital, all sampling, all done on a computer, which needs to be commended because it literally sounds like old dusty vinyl records. And yeah, it's just overall excellently done. Kirby put in so much work to this over the span of what, 3 or 4 years? Because all 6 parts were released about 6 to 9 months apart. And it's a one-way project too. This guy managed to create 6.5 hours of content in like 3 years. That's insane. Anyway, stage 3. Oh boy, this old piece of work. I went to listen to this out of context at like 11 p.m. I got about halfway through and I was like, no, I can't do this. I need to save this for the morning. I'm going to scare myself too much. Because the opening track of Back There, Benjamin is so scary. So, so scary. And even the way that it ends is just so unsettling. And once again, it kind of uses a twisted version of a melody from somewhere in stage 2. I'm gonna do some digging and find which track that is. I'm actually on the Caretaker Discord, so I might even hit some people up there. Stage 3 might honestly be my favorite because it's where you start noticing that things are very wrong. There's more and more vinyl crackle. It's starting to get more distorted. Songs just end at the blink of an eye and start and stop. They glitch. They jump from melody to melody. It's really atonal and dissonant. And so scary. I remember once, yeah, like that other time I mentioned where I was listening to this late at night. I just had to turn it off. I was just sitting there like, okay, and this is only stage 3. Because then we moved to stage 4, which I also really, really enjoy. First things first, best artwork out of the whole thing. Easily. I love this art. It was the background of my phone for a couple of weeks. It was also my profile picture on Discord. In case none of you can recognize it from when I did that. And I had people be like, Ever at the End of Time, based. And I was like, Damn right. Stage 4 is just a whirlwind of weird glitchy melodies, very disturbing ambience, the infamous Hell Sirens moment. Oh, it's so creepy. This is horror music, but I don't even know, man. It's just for these later stages, you really just struggle to find words because it's just so unique and abstract and so uniquely the caretaker. At this point, it's just walls and walls of distorted, glitchy melodies, and all four tracks are 21, 22, 23 minutes. So challenging, so dense, so much going on. And since the melodies are so glitchy and distorted, it is so rare that you pick out a melody and go, oh, that's from stage 2, that's from stage 1, that's from stage 3. And when you do hear the melodies, it's just like, but it's so glitchy. Like I've said 4 times already. And this is the last one where you can pretty clearly pick out melodies. However, stage 5 gets even worse. There's more sections of straight up ambience. Not even music anymore at times. It's just like the sound of an air conditioner whirring away. Or my computer fan, you know? Even more distortion once again. The melodies are even more glitchy. Melody is such a loose term at this point. It's just barely even music anymore, like I said. Because it's supposed to, of course, represent that your brain is pretty much gone. You're on your last legs. And yikes, man. Once again, every single track is like 20 minutes. So challenging. Very repetitive. Lengthy sections of not much at all going on. And then it hits you with more melodies. It took me until like my 4th or 5th listen, which I finished up last week, I think, while I was playing like Call of Duty and Fortnite, which by the way fit terribly, but I wanted to, knock out the rest of the project so I could discuss it now. Yay. I'm kind of at a loss for words for this stage because it's kind of like stage 4, but it's even more disturbing. And then we get to stage 6. Stage 6 is flat out not even music anymore. It's just a reverbed out static, and there's just like nothing to it, which is the whole point. And while it is really effective, I'm not a fan of this one at all. A lot of people love it because it's just so empty and hollow, which fits the concept of your brain wearing away beautifully. It's just not my thing. And the last 4 or 5 minutes, oh, absolutely insane. The last few minutes of this are just so heart-wrenching. Then ending it on a minute of silence to represent that the person has finally died. Damn. It acts as such a good release, and the way that it's so reverbed out, so it just fades out, is beautifully done. But again, I flat out do not like this section at all. Then, at the end, we come to the ranking. Stage 2 and 3 are honestly joint. I love them both pretty much evenly. They both signal the start of things are about to be very wrong later on. Then on the flip side, stage 4 is just full force. Everything is going to crap, and it's just an absolute whirlwind of weird noises and dissonant atonal melodies, and oh my god. Once again, I'm just at a loss for words. This album, this entire 6-part project is just so unique and strange. Next up is stage 1. It's, pretty simple, enjoyable music. You could honestly chuck this on in the background while you're studying, or like, I don't know, people over. You could probably do it then. That might be kind of like, oh, this is a bit too old-timey for me. Put on some hip-hop or something, But probably get the job done. And I know that I've used it for background noise a few times while studying or just like, sitting in bed, couple of drinks. Yay. Stage 5 is diet. Stage 4, I'm not too big of a fan, but God, is it effective. And of course, stage 6 last. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. If you want to just tell me that I'm beating a dead horse and I'm way before my... hang on. And I'm way past the trend of this. It's not going to get any reviews, blah, blah, blah. Go for it. But with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one.